audio sync right here on this, or you can also test your audio sync by actually opening up your channel page and going to the specific URL of your stream, which would be whatever your channel is /live. Then once your stream is over, all you have to do is go back into OBS and you hit stop streaming, and then from there YouTube will close everything else down, and then you are taken care of and your first stream is complete. This video is part of a playlist on how to live stream on YouTube. So if you want to learn more advanced options inside of OBS, make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if I've already made the tutorials live by the time that you've gotten here, then I will put a card up here somewhere to the actual playlist. You just click on that and you'll go find whatever topic it is about live streaming here on YouTube. To see what that's going to look like and to see what you're going to be able to do once you're finished with the playlist, I'm going to put a link to my live stream up here at the top of the screen in an info card. So make sure that you click that and you'll be able to see how I'm currently running my streams, and you can watch the stream and learn some stuff, and you can see how I'm using OBS and the different things that I'm doing. If you are not already subscribed, make sure to go ahead and hit the round icon so that you don't miss anything, including the live streams. And besides that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. In this OBS Studio tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make your live streams look awesome. We're starting right now. What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel, make videos, and all types of other YouTube related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. You're going to love this. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's go to the computer. Okay, so now that we're at the computer, I'm going to show you how to take a boring looking scene like this and make it into something like this where you can have chat on it, where you can do like video transitions and things like that. You can also do it where you add tickers, or where you have like a little sidebar to where you're going to split screen. You can transfer everything back and forth. Super easy, and it can be cool with the transitions as well. Of course, you wouldn't want to use transitions as heavy as I just did, but I'm just showing you the example of what it is that I'm going to do. So the first thing we need to do in order to get all of this stuff rolling is we need to go up to the scene selection or scene collection and it's going to blank everything out. As soon as I do this, it's going to remove my webcam. So I'm going to add that in as well and show you how to do that also. So for this, I'm just going to call this TV demo. And as you can see, it took away my webcam, so I'm going to go ahead and add that by adding a capture device. Call that webcam. And that gets taken care of there. Now, as you can see, when it first came on, on yours, if you see it, it comes in like this. All you have to do to fix that is you just change the resolution down here to custom, and then you change it to the actual frame size that you're going to be going out at. In my case, it's 1920 by 1080. I'm going to hit OK, and then as you can see, it brings everything to the normal ratio. So once I have that in place, this is going to be my blank start. So once I have that in place, I'm going to go down to my scenes down here in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, and I'm going to choose rename. And then for this one, I have in my case, 1920 by 1080. Anytime I click on this, once I have that in place, this is going to be my blank start. I've got that in place when I get down to my scenes down here in the bottom left hand side is I want to so I'm going to click this one up and I'm going to click on this one. Once I have that in place, this is going to be my blank start. I've got that in place when I get down to my scenes down here in the bottom left hand side. Layer text, and I'm going to have a
Ayusin mo. Walang tanga-tanga dito. Ay! Sino ba? Sino ba naman dito? Doon naman. Hindi, di mo doon kaya dito.
Hello, hello. May narinig ako. May narinig ako.
Hinaan nyo nga yan, boy. Ang lakas ng ML nyo nga mo, boy. Narinig sa stream ko.
Joke lang.
Hindi na lang mga puta.
Check ko. Wait lang. Parang hindi.
Bawasan mo ito. Mag-bless point ka doon.
Lang.
Puta.
Sana.
Nang iyan. KKSP.
Wala sige yan. Hindi pa lang ang buong. July 2? Right?
Ha? Ano, bird? Okay natin, bird. Oh. Out na yun. Eh? Pwede yan.
Ang bilis ng SS. Ano ko na dyan?
Ano?
Hindi ako pupulat. Hindi ako mapagawin ng maayos.
Kahit na itong dalawang lead. Puta kahit kung sama-sama kayo.
Naunahan na ako ng makuha. Ang ina, inabot pa ako doon. Ang ina.
Sorry.
Inabot ako.
Sorry, ginagawa ko lahat. Teaser lang kayo. Men. Ano itong Epic 5? No.
Ewan ko dun. Bibigay ko na yun. Kahit kumabot na third hour yun. Bibigay ko na yun. Dahil man ako ng makuha. Yung tatlo, hindi pa makapush. Nakakabag na, pangalamin.
Tara, push stop. Maglo-lord yan. Sige, nasa mid. Sige, isa pa tayo, isa pa tayo.
Yun na. Kaya natin yan.
Dog. Outa.
Check ko. Di ko, parang hindi naman ko eh. Hindi. Hinahabol ako ng mo.
Yun, wala na license yun. Out na.
Sige. Gaganda lang ako dito. Ito ba? Pwede na, bagal ko eh.
Ikaw, tulad namin.
Pwede na. Eh, sa likod ha, sa likod nyo.
Sorry.
Nakapatay naman ako na parang mali pa na binigo. Yan, talunan mo yan. Tara.
Tara.
Yan mo. Yan. Yan.
Ito ba?
Huwag na.
Huwag na ha? Huwag na ha?
Eh,
Ang puta na yun. Pinabigyan na ng mga Ito malag sa mga tanga.
pre na, pre. Dak muna ako.
Thank you.
Sila. Wala si Gino. Sa combo dito ng Gino eh, yun.
Asok, gago. Huwag nyo na, huwag na.
Pabot.
Oo, wala sila, wala sila. Wala lang muna dito. Sige, push mo na yan.
Wala. Tingnan ako ng mga mod. Sige, tap. Nasa baba sila. Ayan. Ayan pa isa, Gini. Kaya ko to eh. Putang na yun.
Pwede yan. Gago.
Microwave mo lang. Tap audio. Ayun.
Gago. East tayo, di ba? East muna, East.
Uy, gago. Lord na kaya? Nasa bantay, tama?
Push mo na yan, push mo yan.
Ay, putang na. Ito po naman ako dyan. Ito pa isa. Tara, Lord. Ha? Kaya ba natin yan?
Kaya, buta.
There should be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who was the best combination passer scorer?
Oh man, Kerry, you put me on the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just gotta give everybody
a lot of them though, didn't you?
Yeah, I know, man. I didn't know it was gonna be a test today. I gotta go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever in the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I ever played with, but he can shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play with some great scorers and combination passes in this league.
Three terrific names. Here's Curry, following the basket by Jokic. Outside for Curry. Shot clock at 6. Davis in the corner.
Baba ka na lang mo? Oo, baba ka. Yes, tayo. Push mo yan.
Wait lang.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
Red corner na lang ako, red corner.
Last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo.
Seriously?
Uses the glass to
Patunayan mo
finish
hindi mo
away.
kaya mag-vote eh. Seryoso.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open. Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Pass to Harden. Back to Curry. In the corner is James. It's Sullivan to Kubo.
Dahil sa MVP.
James with it.
MVP ka, kahit kay MVP ka wala.
Abdul-Jabbar with it. Wow, hammering in!
Oh, fantastic vision. I mean, Bron always cognizant of everyone around.
Pa yun?
Now here's Curry. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. There's the lob. That's the
Grabe.
goal. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks
mo
it
ba?
down.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And a dunk by Giannis.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Taas na.
Pass to Davis. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And here is LeBron. It's deflected.
Yes, what?
Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive. And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar level game.
Parang mas lag sa YouTube pag nag-stream. Lag. Parang sobra. Oo, lagi. Lag. Di ko din alam eh. Di ko siya. Ah. OBS eh, OBS.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
Curry with it. Guarded now by Irving. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb act.
Grabe.
And Giannis throws it down.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. The visitors with the ball. It's a three-point game. Giannis drives in. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Misses the three.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open three is usually like a layup for him.
Curry can't get it to go.
Mababa na ba to?
Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
To the paint. And block. That one goes careening off the glass. And Jordan has it in the corner. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Curry with it. And Abdul-Jabbar picks him up defensively. Jokic with the bucket.
This is what makes Curry special on the offensive game, the ability to create for himself and others at the highest level of the game.
The drive by James. And stolen by James. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Nice one.
To the inside. Here's Jordan.
And right there, you see how quickly MJ gets into the air. Yet another one of his natural gifts.
And it's James missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 12.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
It's Curry with the drive. Here's Davis.
Look, I appreciate the effort from Irving.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. The away team, they lead by 6. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And they double up Giannis. Outside for Jordan. 2 on the clock.
Love it.
He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He has 6.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Outside for Davis. And stolen by James. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Irving. Pass to Jokic. Well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointers, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do care, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State. Okay, Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team, maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes. And then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Inside. And stolen by LeBron. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 4 points this quarter.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Kicks it out to James. And here's Harden for 3.
Love it.
And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar.
And not much you can do defensively once the wing gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Down low. Outside for Curry. Outside, Davis. 6 to shoot. Harden. Takes the 3. LeBron grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Outside Irving. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Jokic. And that one's good by Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 this quarter.
Just look at the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Irving, good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And a new team for Kyrie Irving. Last season, he told Celtics fans, "I'll be back if you'll just have me." But as the season wore on, it became, "Ask me in July."
Yeah, well, he's hungered for a leadership role for a long time. The Celtics with such depth of talent. Now, on this roster, perhaps a clearer pecking order.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Ba't may KCP dito?
Who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, "I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again." Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
Oh, come on. You can't allow James to get position down low. Once he does, he's looking to dunk it.
Irving attacking. Back to Giannis. In the corner, it's James. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Davis sends it back.
He's down.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And they double up Giannis. There's 47 seconds left now here in the second. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, he thought he could snake over the top on that one, but that play, more often than not, he's called.
Stepped on the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession.
Story of that game right here. One sloppy play after another.
There's 37 seconds left from the first half of basketball. Now, here's Harden. He's got 9. That's the Curry. To the middle. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Kyrie Irving.
Nice
the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You see the cleverness of Irving on that play, able to get his shot off despite getting wet.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. The deep three from Harden. He goes with that one. And so it's After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in a second. The outside. Offensive rebound.
Sige, natuloy yung laway.
Look, Kevin, another area where Irving is lethal. I mean, sweet release on his 3-ball.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Irving. From deep Harden. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Ilan kami yung sikong?
Irving attacking.
Basta tanda pa.
Nice time. He's got 11 points.
Oh, I like when Irving turns on the jet. Amazing quickness on the drive from the speed guard.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
It's good from long range. 14 points for him.
They're doing work in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's James. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. As you look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Davis with the bucket.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Irving with a clean look. The long distance three is buried. Irving's got 19 points.
Ayos ikaran mo. Ayos ikaran system.
It's Davis on the wing. Kicks it out to Harden. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Jordan. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, you love seeing James soar like an eagle. He's exceptional at rising up quickly for the alley.
Outside for Curry.
With
it. He's picked up by Jordan. Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Pass to Jokic. Curry with a wide open look. And just miss after miss right now. And James throws it down.
Well, here's the thing. Irving draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
With every position, bringing offense now, which big men do the best job of scoring off the bounce?
That's a good question. LaMarcus Aldridge in San Antonio, Coach Pop is giving him the freedom. And Joel Embiid, we sleep on him because he's 7 foot, but when he faces up in the post, he doesn't usually give you his back. He faces up, triple threat, gives you a jab step, a counter in and out, and gives you something nice. I mean, his ball handling ability is great for a 7-footer, and I like Embiid.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Warriors may have some injuries that they're going to deal with this season, but they're going to do it in a dynamic new building, Chase Center in San Francisco. The more than $1 billion, that's with a B, dollar arena is hopefully going to generate revenue for the team off the floor and allow them to keep some great players in uniform on the floor. It's going to be state-of-the-art here in Golden State as the team moves from Oakland after spending more than 4 decades playing at Oracle Arena.
DA, as you and I were talking, they hate to leave where they've been so successful in Oakland, but this building is amazing. Thank you. Curry can't get it to go. And stolen by LeBron. Here's Davis over Giannis.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot. And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
I don't think that was a pass he should make. Too many things can go wrong. I mean, they're lucky to keep possession.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Buries the hook. Abdul-Jabbar's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Drains the three-pointer.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
To him, Greg, the basket looks as big as the ocean right now. I mean,
and at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The away team delivering the blowout. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Harden draws the double. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Antetokounmpo. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Stolen by Harden. "60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Davis. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
James left side. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. But they recover it. A shot by Harden, wide open. Knocks down the step back Jay.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Giannis inside. Up and in on the layup. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Down low. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Off target from 3-point range.
Kim, running charger.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And yes, it's good. And that's 15 points for James Harden.
This is what great size in the backcourt gives you, the ability to equally challenge the defense on all three levels. Harden is incredible.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his third foul of the game. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Jacks up a three. Giannis with another miss.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him. That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
Irving for three. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 25 points.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
The drive by Jokic. Pass to James. Another shot. Curry outside. That one, no good. To the inside. Stolen by Harden. It's tipped. Loads it up for Davis. And stolen by LeBron. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's foul number 2 for him.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Now here's Giannis. Doesn't go for him. Here's Harden. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Oh, that's just fantastic concentration by Harden. Taking the hit like a champ, draining the shot.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
Inside. Here's James. It's tipped. Antetokounmpo got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. And stolen by James. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
And when you give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with a streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
And a wide open look for Jordan. Sinks the triple.
And wasn't really a long-distance shooter in college. Jordan really worked on his range ever since being drafted.
Here's Curry. Pass to Jokic. Now here's James. And stolen by Jordan.
Intelligent defense, reads the play, gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
The drive by James. And the shot goes in.
Such blinding speed on the drive. I mean, James is a force of nature when he's on the attack.
And the rejection by LeBron. And here's the break. Ball going up court. Here's Davis. They get the rebound. Back to Harden. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. 1 second.
GG,
separating
boys.
the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to LeBron.
Ano ba yun?
Pass to Jordan. Five on the clock.
Durog pa sila? Saan nila na si Jordan?
From deep three-point range,
Saan nila na si
the
Jordan?
visiting club takes the win on the road. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting.
Ano na? Okay na.